Happy Friday. How's everybody doing? How's our crew of workers? Boy, do we need to empower each other today. Wow, the energy is crazy. Okay, so speaking of crazy, I know my crystals helped me get better real quick. My modem completely went down. So it's just been crazy. Hey, Lynn, but everyone's doing good. Now we've got to keep our spirits together. We're going to talk about the card of the day. We're going to talk about crystal class. It's going to be a week from tomorrow on Saturday the 28th at 3 p.m. But well, let's just go there. Okay, so there was so much confusion about getting a copy of the crystal class, and I want this one to be more clear. And now thank you, Durham. And now that the modem has been fixed from Xfinity, boy, this has been a journey. My Mercury must have been in retrograde hell. It was in cornbread hell. That's where it was, and it's out. So, and it got fried. So it was in fried cornbread hell. Anyway, okay. So I've just decided, since there was so much interest, and I was very moved, that we're just going to do another crystal class. So it's a week from tomorrow, Saturday, September 28th at 3 p.m. Eastern. It will be recorded. And if you want to be in the class, it's $49.99. It's a few hours. There's questions and answers at the end, so we all learn from each other at the end. And you can email me at thewayofpositivechange@gmail.com. And I'll send you the information, and we'll get everybody in there. We had a fantastic time. It went very well. Speaking of crystals and things that are empowering, this is so important, because I read some comments, you're faltering, you're failing. Listen, you can't go there. I just want to remind you that in my dream, I was doing the ugly cry, right? That means that things got worse. They got so icky before they get better. And I feel like we're at the apex, and they're pushing. And it's going to continue. And then it won't continue. And we claim our power and we win. Now, there are some steps to get there, but we're getting there. Okay. So we have to watch our focus. And all of your energy is a deposit, right? Well, we're just going to talk about this until we get everybody in here. All of our energy is a deposit. It's just like you're depositing coins into a bank. You've got to choose to deposit your coins into your own energy bank. If you go into fear, remember, quantum physics is a wave. It's a motion of a thought pattern. We have to believe in things that are unseen. So if you deposit your fear into the bank of DJT or the flying monkeys, guess who gets the energy? So we can't do that. We have to deposit it into our own bank. We're in charge. We vote with our remote and with our coinage. And we watch where we put our subscriptions. We subscribe and take memberships out with, people like Costco, things like that, that promote diversity. All right, and we vote with our purchases, and we put our minds together, because quantum physics follows the thought energy pattern. So we put our minds together, we pray together, we envision. Manifestation is envisioning and marrying the feeling to the vision. So don't say, I'm going to have joy when this happens. I feel joy now. I see us winning, and I feel the joy. And then I have the cry of happy tears. This is really important. You're in charge. You deposit your energy into the bank of your choice. Be very cognizant of where you're putting your energy deposits. Remember, you have a lot of control. Okay. That being said, I wanted to say thank you to Angela E. and Chris B. who sent me a present. Thank you. Our card of the day, you can always join our community. It's free. We're all there. Well, a lot of us are there. The Way of Positive Change, Facebook, Instagram, and Blue Sky. We do a card of the day. All right. We're going to look at the weekend. We're looking at next week. We're looking at a whole bunch of stuff. I got a whole list of great questions here. Our card of the day is the Seven of Swords. Now, when we look at the most positive aspect of the Seven of Swords, it can be focusing our energy, putting our minds together to outsmart our opponent, right? It's how to ghost someone. It's how to avoid a situation. It's how to outmaneuver, outsmart. That's our most positive aspect of this. The other is there's sneaky Pete's, people that try to take licensing away from people, things like that. And in the Druid craft tarot, I like this image of the wizard who is putting all of his thought into his next plan on what he's going to do, how he's going to outsmart. Maybe he'll use a projector and put some pictures up on a building wall or on a Tesla. We come up with a plan. Speaking of plans, I got an immediate hit that the Epstein survivors, victims and survivors, are gathering together this weekend, and they are coming up with a plan. So say some extra helpful prayers for them. We ask, thanks, me, myself, and I. That's very sweet of you. So we ask any and all living beings to aid, assist, and help provide strength, comfort, and empowerment to all of the Epstein survivors. And Jimmy Kimmel, and it's crazy that where a lot of the focus is on these things, and no one is even talking about the two people that were tied to trees in Mississippi and all of the police officers in Pennsylvania. We have a lot of prayers. We have a lot of prayers to send this weekend. So we're gonna talk about Kamala's book. We're gonna talk about the future of Fox Noise. We're gonna talk about the future of Turning Point of Erica Kay. We're also going to look at who's health, the future of Disney, Meidas Touch, and the eclipse day is Sunday. It's the Virgo solar eclipse, and we're gonna look at what our guides and angels want us to know, and what takes the orange person down. And yesterday I had so many signs over the past couple of days. I had so many signs, but one of the best ones, when we got the Queen of Cups yesterday, it would come from a blonde-haired woman who was the author of a book I'm reading, and it was a quote from the mother of a character in the book, and it said, honey, always remember that the pig gets fat, but the pig gets fat and the hog gets slaughtered. E-R-E-T. Okay, so just remember that. So overreach is what we've always seen, and overreach is happening, right? Okay, so let's get these all together. All right, change my tablecloth. We got a new game here. I'm so happy. All right, now let's go ahead and take a look at, let's just start. Okay, so DJT said on the plane, Thank you, Louise. DJT said on the plane. And he repeated it again. All of the late night shows, they all hit at Trump. They all come after Trump. And he said, I won all 7 swing states. And he couldn't even look straight when he said this part, and the popular vote. And remember that illusory effect is when you repeat the same line of information, whether it's true or false. You repeat it enough, people will believe you, except that's what he's doing to himself. He always tells on himself, always points out the things that are not true. Okay? Like he's saying he has a deal with Xi for TikTok. It's not there. Okay, so let's just see. Are we going to get news? Because I believe that we are. About the 7 swing states and the popular vote and the Musk involvement. Remember Muskmelon? We're going to get information on that because those yod fingers in astrology. Listen, I've been listening to every astrologer I can find. Says that a lot of information will be uncovered in these next few days, in these next week, this eclipse energy. So are we going to get the true numbers, facts? Someone going to reveal that the numbers are not correct? Musk knows those machines like nobody else. And the guy that was doing the betting and made the prediction, right? So let's see. I'm going to get that information. Thank you, Square Peg. All right, so now I take this very much as that planning, just like how to outsmart your opponent in that 7 of Swords. Now it's on its side, so they have to develop the plan on how to do this. That's the challenge. Because I honestly believe there are people who really wanted to keep this secret because they didn't like Kamala. However, now that things have changed, and they've changed so drastically, there are people, even MAGA people, and other conservative people who have changed their minds, who know they've made a mistake. All right. And then, of course, we know there were other people involved in this, too. There's still money sitting on it. They're holding it tight to their chest with this 4 of Pentacles. Can you see? Does this help you see better with the black, I think? All right. There's still obfuscation here. There's still the Neptunian element of this and the days coming up here. And then there's some judicial rulings to look into some things. There'll be 2 places. And we'll start to hear some rumblings of this. And then there's light that shines like that, those yods in the astrology, the fingers of God, on this. All right, it's looking directly at this. So if I pick this up, remember, you have to see how they're interacting with each other. Now, this means that the Neptunian illusion goes away and the light with the Star of David and the lantern of the hermit shines bright for all to see. Okay, so now we get it and then we move forward. All right, so I'm so excited to see this. And this is victory after adversity. But I think it's also really important to point out to you that this is a power versus force thing here. The Chariot doesn't have reins on the Sphinx. And his wand is in his right hand here, just resting at ease, because this is about him knowing where his power is and that he can move forward, that he has willpower and the ability to do this and to overcome force. And he has, well, that's enough anyway. It's a balance, and it's perfect. It's perfect. And we're in the time of Virgo, all right? I know that we're just getting ready to change, but we go from Virgo to Libra, and we're right there. So just hang on. This is still coming. You cannot give up now. And if you're feeling down, go back to the beginning of this video and listen to the messages that I got, okay, about where you're putting your power, where you're in control of where you're putting your energy deposits. All right. So that's a yes. So let's just continue there and look at Elon Musk. What is he doing? Near future for Elon Musk. There are many, many, many people that are angry. There are many of us. There's more of us. Remember, there's more of us. Don't go cray. Focus your power on the light of the hermit, the star in the lamp, and the light of the truth going into the light for all to see. Focus your vision and your power on that. Elon Musk, near future. All right. So he's having some family time. He's going to have legal problems, and he will not be able to maintain his balance with some things. He's also going to have family problems with legal papers. A lot of gossip here. The eclipse does not treat him well. The past eclipse didn't treat him very well. He will speak out. He has false promises. His imagination is on overdrive. Boy, he's okay. So here we go again. I'm loving this. I think I'm going to print this out. Okay. Remember, the hermit is the guru, the wise sage. Okay. So, and I've always got, in some weird way, and I don't know why this happens. I don't know if it's his angel, his guides, if someone just, put something in his ear. I don't know how. He is going to help. It could just be in a backwards way. It could even be on accident. It could be because you get too sniffy, right? And something comes out, but it will come out. And he has some things to leak. So somehow he's going to contribute, all right? Maybe just enough to stir the pot. And he's in judgment of others. And he doesn't like that he was dropped out of that crew. All right, so he's doing okay, but he's not getting the accolades that he wants. He will do something a little philanthropic too, which is sort of weird. All right, and then his long-term future, I'm just going to look at. So Musk. Bigger offer. Go from the Knight to the King, but then the King sort of blows smoke and sunshine. I love it. All right. What he was trying to formulate isn't working, and he's got to try to come up with another formula. He starts getting weirded out. Well, even some things that they're saying are a little bit longer in the future are still only at 8 weeks. He cuts from someone and joins with someone else, and then he makes a decision to do something all on his own. So he formulates these alliances and allegiances, and then he just cuts everybody off with their heads, like the Queen of Hearts. And then he flies solo, and he doesn't care about what he says or who he hurts or who he takes down. This is helpful stuff. I've always gotten that he will have some input that helps us, whether he meant to do it or not. Okay. And it's because some people, I'm just going to leave that right there. Okay, now. I want to know what takes DJT down. Let's look. What takes DJT down? Hi, Deborah. What takes him down? Is it still 3 queens? It's crazy. It's just the energy's crazy. So we have to be really together and be in agreement that we're going to focus on the light shining on the truth for all to see. All right. So he comes up against government rule. Now, this could also be another leader of another country. But this is the walls of law. This is the stop sign, the red stoplight, authority figure. And here we go again with a report from a Queen of Pentacles. Now, that could be Maureen Comey. It could be the 2 CDC ladies that testified the other day who also had dark hair before they started to go gray. This is other reports from dark-haired females. This could also be authority from military, people that have authority. He's already thought optimistically that he could have his addictions, whatever they are, and that he would be okay. There are females gathering together, and there's a report and names, lists, things that are written, things that are seen, things that are read, things that are produced, things of the earth. Pentacles are things of the earth. They're tangible things. I think we're getting a good understanding of what's happening here. Thank you, guides and angels, for being so clear with us. There's a judgment, information, people getting together and saying, we've had enough of this. So we have each other, so let's do something. Prayers, angels. I also think, I think the Poodmeister will be angry about something. And then I think it's women coming together with the power that they have. And I think this Queen of Swords is representative of Musk. We just saw that Musk had that card, so he will have something to do with this. And then there will just be people that just don't have any F's to give anymore. And when you don't have anything to lose, you go for the long shot, the Hail Mary, that everybody gets together, and you're not afraid. You know, the Queen of Swords wears the tassel of the piece of cord that tied her up when she was the maiden in the Eight of Swords. And she wears that tassel on her wrist to remind her of how she extricated herself out of that mind-boggling trap that she's in the Eight of Swords. And so I think this is going to be mostly female. Got female here. And then also this is the card, the outcome card that we had for Musk. And this is about the freedom. The birds in the air are about the freedom and the things that circulate in the air. And then he doesn't, people that just cut loose from him. So that's it. Okay. And there's that collective thought and the prayers that are going together. All right. Now, stay positive. What is the future of Disney? First of all, let's see how's Disney executives feeling right now. Right about now. How are they feeling? Disney executives. Are they afeared? Because I think they're afeared. Okay. Florida was already hurting, okay? Please. Tourist industry? Come on. Okay. How's the Disney executives? How are they feeling right now? What's going on there? Oh, a good Joe Schmo table grid of new crystals. If you're just joining us, we're having one more crystal class. We're redoing the class for all the people that missed out. It's a week from tomorrow, next Saturday, the 28th, 3 p.m. Eastern. Email me, thewayofpositivechange@gmail.com. Thewayofpositivechange@gmail.com. Okay. You know, Disney, like, oh, we're the star, we're Disney, we're Magic Kingdom, we're all that, except now people are upset and they don't want the offering in this cup. So that means, they've already had a meeting about the choices that were just made. And the gossip, the rumors that are flying, all of the words that are being said, all of the bad reports, you know, all the birds, all that. Remember, I call this the fish in the tank card. When the fish get into a fight, then they kick up all the silt in the tank and you can't see who lost a fin, you know, until the silt settles. So the tank, the windows at the Disney company are all fogged over and silted up. And they don't know what to do. Should I do this? Should I do this? How can we glaze this over? How can we make this go away? This is the shell game. They know the power of kids, and it comes through the moms and the grandmoms. They're going to try to make some offers and try to come up with some advertising offers, incentives. But in their fears, they're seen as having been cruel or calculating, right? The King of Swords has his sword slightly off to his right-hand side because he's arrogant. The Queen has her straight up, okay? They're hoping that they can make some sort of incentive for people to join, and they'll get some people to join. So they know they have to do some work. They feel like they can come up with a plan to get what they want. But let's see how they do. Okay. They're going to come out of a meeting thinking, okay, this is a good plan. But let's see. So how does Disney do a couple months from now? Will people be mad? Will people leave? How does Disney, the future for Disney look in a couple of months? Okay, so they're still having problems with people just not wanting what they're, so the majority is still, they can't reach some of these people. This is really good news. And when they get to the other side of a couple of months, their plan that they had in the meeting just didn't pan out. And then they're back to the drawing board. They had it all. I need to sing that Adele song. We could have had it all. And then they abandoned their plan. And there's that eclipse energy that's gone through. Remember, it isn't just about this weekend. It's about the week leading up to it and the week after, time after that. They say it's the aspects that go all the way up to the next ones in March. They abandon, and there will be some people, there will be some executives. People will leave en masse, and there will be some executives that leave. So there'll be subscribers that leave and executives that leave. Excuse me. Then they will make changes, and they will make the announcements. Because, I mean, you know, I can speak for my grands. If they lost access to Moana, it would be a sad day. It would not be good. Okay. All right, victory after adversity. So they have to rebrand, regroup, making some big decisions and some legal implications here. And a lot of work. They made a heavy load, and they went for overreach. So this is going to be really tough. This is their outcome card. That means if they did too much, they just bit off more than they could chew. It got worse. The problems just grew up around them before they could even control it, and they can't hold on to it. It's gonna fall out of their grasp. So they're in a world of hurt. They will try to regroup. They'll try to appeal to moms and grandmoms and the people who hold the power of the remote and who we subscribe to. But this isn't good for them. So if they don't do something quickly, they faceplant. Lots of people are putting their heads together. Lots and lots and lots. Okay. Now, how will... All right, let's just ask about Trump's health first. See how he does with this eclipse energy. Hey, T-Barb. Thank you. Trump's health. Show me near future Trump's health. Please, guides and angels, what's happening? Just show me what happens. He's looking out a window, so he's not able to do, this is important, he's not able to do the things that he wants to do. Some medicine that he's been giving is on its side. It's not helping the way it was previously. There's been a change. Now, there's already been a change at the root of his health that cannot be flipped backwards. Remember, when this card comes through, well, it means just that. Something, his legs have weakened. He sacrificed some of his energy. Man, I'm telling you, this morning Comey thing, I think, just has him. And he's mad. He wants James. He wants, he wants Cook. He wants all these dark-haired women to go down, but it's not happening. And so there's a lot of information that gets to him that really upsets him. And the medicine, he's even trying something herbal. It could be experimental, that just isn't working. And so he really has a difficult time. Patience and persistence will see him through. There's a doctor right there. And then there's a procedure. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Okay? Problem, procedure. Pee-pee. Now, the CK Memorial Stadium service is on Sunday, right during the Virgo solar eclipse. So how is this going to go? Thank you, Ms. Deborah. How is this going to go? The CK service Memorial service in the stadium on Sunday during eclipse time, that's visible in other parts of the world. How's it going to go here, though? How is that service going to go? Okay. All right, there's our card of the day. So there could be people that could crash it, could be in there that aren't supposed to be there, that, just use your imagination. We have to be careful here, okay? And remember, there were a lot of people asking me to do reads on, I've already read on the CK thing and asked, the Three of Pentacles is there. It's not just one person, so just leave it at that. Three of Pentacles. Okay, so of course there's sadness. People are there and they want the limelight, so they even want to try to, because that's what greed does. It's like Vance going on his podcast. How gross. Morose, is that the word? Okay. All right, and then there's the not grieving female, blonde female. People all over will be watching this. Someone's going to try to disrupt the plans. there could be an internet problem because this is my internet card. We have to modernize the cards, you know, but when you hold a cell phone or a laptop or the world, you're holding the world in your hand, right? But it will go fine. There'll be a lot of people there. I mean, but for the most part, it will go okay. To be a gathering of the who's who of whodom. A lot of gathering. People be their opportunity. They try to, you know, it's a who of Whoville. Well, they're not Whoville because they're not good enough to be in Whoville. Okay. All right. Something doesn't go right here, though. All right. So then let's see the future of. Oh, and I wanted to let you know that this Sunday, the day of the eclipse, Danny and Sheila and I were supposed to get together on my channel, but we couldn't. So we're going to do this Sunday before Petty Boot. So it'll be right after Psychic Development class. It'll be 7 p.m. Eastern right here on my channel with Danny and Sheila and I. And it will be done in time for Petty Boots. All right. Now, where was I? Okay, so let's just look at the future of Turning Point. So I'll see you back here Sunday. Okay. Future of Turning Point. If you've been with me for quite some time, I had been reading on CK and that there would be a split from Turning Point. We didn't realize how giant that would be. Every time I asked about that person, it wasn't good. All right, so they have problems. They go upside down here. They're not going to be able to continue working things the way that they did. Of course, they have to make changes. So their challenge is to think ahead, to see how they're going to reach others and to move forward. But they have a problem moving forward because they've already, this speech thing, you know, the Pam Blondie thing, the Vance thing, it just got too gross, even for them, you know. And there are actual people in there that think they're Christians for entertainment purposes only. YouTube. Okay, the problem's already started here. Then there's other people that try to come about, that try to help. Part of it's become too political so that they can't turn off other viewers, so they can't get to like with the Olsteins and the, you know, they can't like go quite that way. They're thinking about now, who can we get to come on? Who can we partner with? Can we get together with some people from the past? How can we garner the views, get more views, the people, you know, can we do some, can we get Michael Flynn? Is that too bizarre? Can we get, who can we get? You know, let's make choices. And then they don't make a good choice here. All right, so then they have to choose again. It's a gamble. And then their outcome is the Fool. So they'll have to redo, remake, rebrand. They have to start fresh. So what they had built, well, that says it all right there. I mean, just says it all. But they'll have some success. And when I read on that before with Turning Point without Kirk, because we knew Kirk was leaving for entertainment purposes only. Okay, so now Mars goes into Scorpio. That's a driving force to find the hidden information, isn't it? The Epstein survivors will. They're just gonna, that hermit's gonna shine the light right on there. All right, so let's see. And the fall equinox is on Monday. So let's see the overall energy for this weekend for everybody, for the United States. We're just asking about the United States right now. We're very thankful to the Brits and all of their. Yeah. People aren't having it. The people are not happy. There's discontent, malaise, apathy. This is the younger generation. What is it? Gen X. They're just like, we're not even going to listen to you anymore. Okay, this is really good. All right, the overall eclipse energy for this weekend. Okay, be kind to each other. Philanthropic efforts, paying it forward, being kind to one another. Ask and you shall receive. Ask and envision yourself receiving. Receive when someone offers to give. Remember, people don't offer to help you unless they want to help you. I certainly know, especially having a pickup truck for so many years, I wouldn't offer to help someone move unless I knew I could do it and that I would do it. Take people up on their offers. Pay it forward. Help each other. Take advice from others. Don't be standoffish. Don't get resentment. Is not where you want to deposit your energy. That's not your empowerment deposit. You help each other. You are not resistant or resentful of others. You're not resentful of big money. You switch your focus. The universe always provides. I prosper at every turn. My income is constantly increasing. The universe always provides. Shift your focus. There's some problems with the pood. We empower each other. Don't make excuses so that you don't have to interact with each other. Remember, our loved ones, our guides, our angels, and our ancestors, and the people that we have grown up with, our grandparents and greats and parents that have gone to heaven, they don't want us to be by ourselves. They want us, first of all, to know that they're fine. And that if we could see where they are, we would not grieve. That message came to me years ago. Second, we're in Earth School 101. They want us to do our homework. They want us to get a satisfactory, an S for plays well with others, right? This is really important. So do your work. Focus on what needs to be done. Do your vision board. Get together with others. Gather with others. Where are you putting your investments? I had used the pharmacy at Costco before, but because it's so far from me, I had never actually become a card holder there. But when I found out that they were promoting diversity and that and hiring, and they paid their employees much higher wages, I went and got. I became a member. That's where you put. That's your smart thinking. That's the opportunity. That's the tree of life. That's empowerment, not resentment. Okay. Don't pay attention to the false efforts of others. Join together with your besties and your group, your crew. We all have our group. Have driveway cocktails or Zoom cocktails. Get together with people. Honor your ancestors. If it's cool enough to have a bonfire, have a bonfire. Honor your ancestors. Use your money. Be this. The King of Pentacles is the CEO of the Tarot. He's the E.F. Hutton, whatever. He's a CEO. He's the financial officer is what I was trying to say, CFO of the Tarot. So wise financial decisions. You vote with your coins. Okay. All right, watch for messages. More messages coming through women that have medium brown to blonde hair. Watch for these women and what they say and what they do. Okay. It's very important. And watch for messages, work on receiving messages. First send out that you want to receive them, and then be present so you recognize them. You'll be in the right place at the right time with this opportunity. This is a gate card right here, and this is on the doorstep. I love this. Work together. Groups of threes. Okay. So I like this energy. It's very conducive for getting anything done. Focus, quantum physics, gatherings, ancestors, celebrations. It's very good. We celebrate now so that you're marrying that emotion of what you know is going to go our way. It's going our way. It's on its way. Release the resentment, okay? That just makes a block. All right, and then let's look at the week, the energy of next week. Heather asked me to do that. Okay. Poor little Zinni, I had to go get her a new inhaler. Even though the time wasn't up on that, wasn't working as well. All right, let's look at the eclipse energy of this coming week. It's that last full week. We have the equinox, the fall, the eclipse, all the good stuff. Oh, welcome, Catherine. Be sure to go on the members' messages and text me your email address so I can send you a Zoom link for classes. Okay. Now, the energy of next week. I love that we got the Hermit, because I've really been praying for the highest and best and for the truth to be revealed in the light. And we just kept getting the Hermit's lantern over and over again. I love it. I'll ask about Meidas Touch, boys. Okay. Okay. A lot of ethical subjects, beliefs. What's right, what's wrong, some hot button moral issues. Education. Rules, government rules. That could be about all of the things that are going on, anything from the immunizations to broadcasting to licenses. You know, and it just wouldn't surprise me at all, not one bit. I mean, they've already gone after Big Bird, the M&Ms, Big Bird, PBS, Colbert, Kimmel. I mean, come on. They're just, you know, it's like they took a snowball and it's turning into a boulder. It's going to be The View. It's going to be, it's just going to keep going. It's going to be overreach. Remember? The pig gets fatter and the hog goes to slaughter. You finish it. So the more you hog, okay. Okay, so there are many things that they're going to focus on. It's going to be very easy to become disillusioned, so you must focus. You must stay present and focus on what you're grateful for, and that the truth has always come to the light, right? Love wins, truth reveals, truth wins. Focus on those things. Make signs, put them on your walls, do your vision boards, they work, I promise you. Okay, don't lose your focus. or your feelings. Don't have victory. All right, they have wishes about what they want, and they're going to try to upset the apple cart. They giggle when you get upset. Don't deposit into their banks. We outsmart, we wait. The dark-haired women come with they have information. They've got some pretty big pink briefcases, and they're about ready to put it all out on the table for the hermit to see. Okay, this starts to happen during this week on a scale from 0 to 10, where it's 7, and some things that they thought would not come out come to the light. They shoved some stuff under the rug and said, we don't have to worry about that. No one will see that. We'll just pretend it doesn't exist. We'll pretend that Pam Blondie didn't come out with the folders, and that Kash Patel didn't say, I'll see you in Valhalla. We'll pretend that. This is like when this is when you get this in a personal reading, this is like, the person you're dating has maybe stolen from their office or stole from the last person they were involved with, but they would never steal from me. That would never happen. And it's like what Johnny says from Tarot's Apprentice. If you don't address what's in the 2, it becomes the 10. This is perfect. And they ignore what people want to see. They don't think things will come out, and they will. And that's what happens. I'm loving this. I love the energy of next week. And it'll go on into the next week. And it will be good. It will be good for us. But they're going to throw more punches. They're not done with Big Bird and Kimmel. They're not done with it. Okay. Let's see. Oh, let's ask about the Meidas brothers. Ben, Jordy. What's the other dude's name? Brett. Ben, Brett, Jordan. Oop, what did I do? Are they going to be able to continue with Meidas Touch Network on YouTube? They be safe? Their programming be safe? Are they okay? Oh my gosh, and I forgot to tell you that I had a hit that Melania did not want to. She was supposed to go see Queen Mary's doll collection or something with Camilla, and I think that there was going to be, when I did that video with Kevin on Monday, I could just see that she was going to get spooked. There was going to be an Annabelle doll or a Chucky doll or something. Something would move, something would drop, and she was just going to lose it. And it just made me laugh. I mean, just envisioning that must make you laugh. Okay. All right. Wow, there's a lot of people are just, they're mad about everything, The energy goes up and down, but they got to stay focused. We've got a lot of good people backing behind them. Someone's trying to sabotage. This is our card of the day. Givers attract takers. You just got to be careful. Just good common sense. Common sense is a rare commodity. Lock your doors, lock your car, watch your purse. Take care of things. Take care of you. Invest in yourself. All right, so there will be a lot of people trying to say that they did this, or will make false statements about them, or will lie, because this is cheater, cheater, pumpkin eater, and lies and deception. So they have some problems here. Okay, but they'll come out of it. Come out of it. There could be a fine. Okay, they're okay. They may have to get some advice, but they'll be okay. Now, this moon and this death card is very challenging. They may have to make some adjustments. They will be all right. But someone is trying to sabotage them. Bigly. Big. This isn't small stuff here. It isn't small. Okay. How are we doing? Okay. So I just want to remind you, if you want to come, there was so much confusion about the crystal class. We had a great crystal class. We're going to do another one for a whole new group of people. It's going to be a week from tomorrow, Saturday the 28th, 3 p.m. Eastern. You can email me at thewayofpositivechange@gmail. I'll get back to you. We'll get everybody on the list. We'll have a great time. Another great class. Okay. Now, what else do we want to know? I want to focus more on you and I, and then, I want to ask about the future of Fox News. Let's ask Fox Noise. Future of Fox Noise. Thank you, Sundari. Oop, they're having troubles. Whoa. They're having troubles. Okay. The future of Fox Noise. They think they've got the tiger by the tail. Oh, there's some stuff coming out on them. Oh, boy. Also, did you read the guest list that was at the Windsor Castle dinner table? Rupert Murdoch was down at the end of the table. And Tim Cook was there. Thank you, Miss Deb. My goodness, that was fascinating. Secrets come out and they grab too much. They're too greedy. The 7 deadly sins. I love it. They make an icky decision here and it lands them in trouble. And here's that 8 of Swords. And now they've made a problem for themselves and they're stuck. All right, so that doesn't look good for them. I'm liking this. Okay. All right, for entertainment purposes only. All right, and then we had a fun question here about, how does Mama Kelsey, Janice wanted me to ask, how does Mama Kelsey feel about her son Travis's engagement to Taylor Swift? Now, I wasn't real fond of Mama Kelsey at first. I got some vibes from her about the Swiftie stuff, and then it got much better. Don't email me about that. All right, let's see. How does Mama Kelsey feel about Travis's engagement to Taylor Swift? She's a little aloof. Okay, not that she's not warm and cuddly Dudley here. She likes control. Ooh. And I don't know if she has a daughter, but it's not like Hey, thanks, Allison. It's not like, girl dads and they get taken care of uh when you're a boy mom, uh you get left out in the cold. You gotta be really good. Um because wow, okay, because that's just the truth of things. Okay. I mean it gets better. They're more on the game board. Okay, here's a toast. Oh, it's good. It's okay. It's okay. They had some rough starts here, and that's what I picked up from her, really. But this is much better. I like this, so I'm very happy for them. Okay. He dropped the ball the other day, but we're not going to talk about that. I think he's got to go. Okay. So I already said too much. Said I wasn't going to say something, and then I said it. See what happens. Oh my God. Okay. All right. That's enough of the ickies. We're going to be fine. I just want to reiterate what we said in the beginning. If you're just joined us, watch your focus, stay present. Focus on empowerment only. Do not go into fear. Remember to use your remote to vote. Remember that the power's in the purse, and they know that. Believe in the powers of things that are unseen. Quantum physics, prayer, pray. We ask any and all living beings to aid, guide, and assist to bringing the truth to the light for the betterment of mankind. Okay? Put our minds together. You're in charge. Don't deposit your energy into the bank of fear or to the bank of the flying monkeys. What do our guides and angels want us to know most? Gather together with others, accept and receive help, pay it forward, honor your ancestors, make wise financial decisions. And what else? Christine's here. Patricia Todd. Right? A son is a son until he takes a wife. Holy mackerel, you guys. It's not easy being a boy mom. Okay. We need the love. You know? Okay, the King of Swords with his arrogant sword is just... There's some people here that just are in that... They're just in the energy of ruling for whatever. And then they don't even... They're just not good. Okay. It's okay. And this causes problems, and there's some drama and chaos. But remember, it's impossible for you to create and be the magician if your wand is in the midst with everybody else's and no one can get ahead. This is a Kardashian crazy chaos to the 10th power. Nobody's on the same team. None of the jerseys match. They're all up in each other's grill. No one can get ahead. No one can create because they're competing. You cannot create if you are competing with your energy. You got to focus on yourself. Am I in the chaos or am I creating? All right, don't give your will over. Remember, he's going to come up against authorities that are just too big to explain, that come heaven sent. Okay. Don't fight. Don't get in the chaos. Don't pay attention to the drama. Cut out the drama. Don't stay in the Zen zone. But you must be active. Your guides and angels and your loved ones that are in heaven want you to interact with others and share the love. If you stay by yourself, you get drawn into the drama. Don't do that. Move it or lose it. If you stay inside too long, your thoughts can start to become a little bit on the anxious side. You must get out. It's important. Move your body. If you get outside, you breathe in the magic of the universe. If you stay inside, sometimes anxious thoughts come. So you have the power. Remember, call on your ancestors, call on your angels. This is a gate card right here. Okay, have the power. There you go. And do the arts. So plays, movies, pay it forward, anywhere that there's arts, art classes, books, metaphysical fairs, anywhere where there are people gathered at local festivals, all right? And think creatively, right? The Knight of Cups uses his intuition and creative visualization and his ability to use his imagination. He's great. You know, he's like Sir Lancelot making up a love poem, right? Great at making up poems. So the arts, dancing, fun, ancestors, together with others, no drama, no competing. It's creativity, and just stay away from the bad people. Don't give them their focus. Change your focus. You'll be fine. And get outside. You must get outside. You can't just stand there and look outside. You must get outside. Move your body. Get with others. Okay? Much love to you. I'm so happy I got a new modem. I'm so happy you're here. I really needed to see you guys. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you, Square Peg, T-Barb, moderators. And I'll see you Sunday at 7 p.m., a little bit before. I think we'll probably meet early for class and then move that up. And then we'll meet here with Danny and Sheila here at like maybe 6:30, 6:45, something like that, Sunday. All right? Eclipse day. So I'll see you then. Take care. Go outside. Be with your people. Okay. Much love to you.